Rick Steele here with another betting advice video for you. And the topic that we're going to deal with this week, I'm going to dispel some myths, bust those up for you in relation to sports betting, so you have a good perspective as we inch ever closer to live sports returning. Hope you're all staying safe and staying healthy. And in no time, looking at it from the rose-colored glasses, we'll be able to shortly be able to produce videos in relation to sports picks again. If we do recap where the various sports are, predictably, MLB is in some type of twilight zone, continuing to fight, so that has a big question mark. All indications look that NBA will be tipping back off again in July 31st. NHL, we're predicting for the beginning of August. NFL seems to be on track, and of course this is all pending what happens out there in society and the marketplace relating to the virus. But NFL's on track to start on time. And the college sports, we're getting mixed messages. Basketball more likely to start on time. Football, there's a few question marks there as well. But the good news is that it looks like we're turning a corner. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. So what we obviously have to do, as I've mentioned on previous videos, prepare for the return of sports betting. While we're on this pause, continue to improve your processes, continue to increase your education, continue to add the tools to your chest to help you become a more profitable sports bettor. That's what the goal is. That's what I'm doing while we continue to remain on pause. Review previous videos that I produced in the betting advice area. They aren't so much time sensitive, and they will continue to help you and educate you to add to your tool chest, as I mentioned, to become a better profitable sports bettor. What else can we do while we're on pause? As mentioned, let's go through our checklist. Download my app. That will give you the ability to bet what I bet on a daily basis. And that is available for the Android users and the Apple users. You'll find the links to download my app on the homepage of my website, pshltd.com, and also in the description section of this video here. In addition, re-review the video that I've done recently on line shopping. Critical to your success and bottom line. You need many sportsbook accounts open and funded. To bet what I bet at the same sports books that I bet at, you'll see the ones that I use. You simply click on, again, the link on the description section of this video, homepage of my website. You can click on those links. It will take you to the sports books that I bet at, the most reputable, trustworthy sports books in the industry, where you will get the best odds, and obviously, more importantly, when you win, you will get paid. Also, follow me across social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Handle is @RickSteele99. This will give you all the latest sports betting news in a timely fashion. It's going to provide you with alerts each and every time that I update the app with new picks as we get back up and running again. All you have to do is click on the bell once you follow me on Twitter, and that will alert you each and every time I update the app with new picks, and obviously allow you to be mobile and totally convenient, so you're not waiting around for when bets are made. You simply have to go to the app once you get the alert and pick up the new bet. Lastly, and also in addition, I would only ask you if you can subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button. It does take time and money to produce these videos, and then all I ever ask for in return is that you subscribe to my channel. My only goal in producing these videos, as mentioned previously, is to help you become a more sophisticated, more profitable sports bettor. You can like and comment on any of my videos here on my channel. In addition, through social media, you'll be able to shoot me any questions that you may have, and I'll get back to you with those sports-related betting questions as quickly as possible. So let's jump into our topics, and most importantly, as I mentioned before, let's bust some myths as it relates to sports betting. One of them relates to winning and losing streaks. Without a doubt, one of the more common mistakes that players make is they raise their stakes when they're losing. In other words, a common term, chasing. There's always going to be times when you lose more than you win. Prolonged losing streaks are inevitable. It happens to everyone. However, how you deal with them will ultimately determine your long-term success in this business. Realize that these streaks are simply a tax we pay along the way. No one enjoys them, they're uncomfortable, and as just knowing that everyone else it happens to as well should prepare you for this inevitability. When I get into one of these streaks, I become even more analytical. Where am I making my mistakes? Is it bad handicapping? Is it just regression? Is it simply some bad bounces that are occurring? More times than not, it's a combination of both. The last thing that I would ever consider is raising my unit during this time period. I become even more conservative. I will make less plays rather than more. I won't increase my unit. In addition, though, conversely, I will also not decrease my unit. Experience is a great teacher. I know I've been through these streaks before. I know I'm going to come out of it as long as I continue to do what I know works and maintain my confidence. Conversely, when I'm in a good run, in good form, I also know not to get overconfident making plays I normally not would do with pertaining to value, just forcing bets because I think I can't lose. Bettors tend to get lazy when they're on a winning streak. They stop doing the detailed, nitty-gritty necessary work in order to extend that winning streak. I know not to go blow the money on luxury items. I don't need to get more. I just sock it away for the next time that I'm in a bad run. You should also heed that advice and do the same thing. Now, the business does give you the flexibility to raise your unit once you attain a different level of bankroll. And again, I've addressed that particular issue as well in a previous video in relation to money management. I would highly encourage you to re-review that as well. And usual, if you have any questions on this topic, feel free to email me or through the social media as mentioned previously. Winning streaks, losing streaks, they're dangerous on both sides of the equation, so realize that as well. When on a losing streak, you're never as bad as it seems, and also when you're on a winning streak, you're not a newfound genius that has recreated the wheel and you're never going to lose again. The majority of time, realize this as well, you're going to be somewhere in the middle, sideways down, but more times than not, it will be a sideways grinding up process. It is, and it does sound so basic, don't chase your losses and maintain an even keel when you're on a winning streak. It's easier said than done, but it is essential to long-term success and survival. Next myth I want to deal with you guys about is dealing with dogs versus favorites. You hear a lot of misinformation about this topic. We all know sports betting, there's situations, none of them, that will work all the time. There are also no situations on their own without other reasons that would constitute a bet. Finding a spot that consistently will return you 55% winners, that's something to focus on. You hear people often telling you, oh, I only bet dogs. That's the only way to make money. That's a ridiculous statement. First of all, eliminating half of the possible bets by ignoring favorites, ridiculous. Give me a motivated favorite who obviously has more talent than the other team, who I know is going to show up and give full effort. That's the favorite bet as far as I'm concerned that has the most value. It's my favorite bet. Perhaps the favorite's on a bounce back, a revenge, a must-win situation. This, along with the supporting mathematical evidence, will constitute a very good value bet. Also, a common myth in handicapping is you should only play dogs, and somehow if you bet a favorite, you're a square. Listen, people, value is value. If you're handicapping a game and your line is minus 250 or minus 9.5 points, and the line at the book is minus 195 or 8 respectively, guess what? You have excellent value. Play them both. Sometimes the obvious play is the best play. Take the money, move on. Now, another myth is you can be successful by simply being a situational handicapper based on if a game fits a certain category. Angles such as revenge, must win, they're overrated. They're already baked into the line more times than not. When they apply on a team that is clearly better, they have no relevance at all. As mentioned, one situation on its own has absolutely no value. You have to be constantly asking yourself, is this situation already included in the line or not? For example, just because this game has a revenge factor, who says the team that lost before is extra motivated this time to win and cover, most importantly? They could be complacent off a divisional game. They may have injuries or a big look-ahead game on deck. Many potential reasons why revenge, and I just use that as the example, may not even be a factor or relevant, but many people are hanging on to that situation in order to try and logic out a bet. Being a grinder, a value better, the next best bet is a home dog. So first best bet is a motivated favorite that has interest in crushing the other team. Now, the home dog, where appropriate. A home dog is a well-coached, well-rested, playing a favorite that is overconfident, maybe in a sandwich game, who just wants to win and go home. This is a good bet. It's a very good bet. Why? Home dogs rarely give up. Road teams, they quit all the time. Favorites let up all the time, leading to backdoor covers. How many of us experience that often? Home underdogs will always have your ticket in play, usually right to the end. I'm often asked by people, hey, can Team A cover a spread of 11.5 over Team B? My answer is always the same. If they are favored by that much, of course they can win by that much. But the question we have to ask ourselves as sports bettors, will they, should they win by that much? And that's a more important question, asking yourself why and if. In conclusion, no matter what compelling reasons there may be to place a bet, the price, in other words, value, the line, odds, call it what you want, is always the final determining factor. If the price is not right, nothing else is going to matter. So that will wrap up this week's betting advice video. As mentioned, continue to improve your processes while we wait it out. It looks like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Live sports betting will return shortly. And again, as mentioned previously, in producing these videos and helping you to become a more profitable sports bettor, more educated, all that I ever ask for in return, if you could support my channel by simply clicking on the subscribe button. I thank you in advance for your support. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as mentioned, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact.